Hello, my name is Esther and I run the blog thisfarmhouselife.com, and today, as you can see, it is a beautiful spring day. Actually, I guess pre-spring according to the calendar. But I am going to start some seeds today, and I thought I would kind of show you my method and what all I do. It is windy out here, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect the audio too much. But I have my mix here that I have mixed up, and I like to put some water in with this. Some of this is left over from last year, so I'm not exactly sure what all I have in it. Probably some peat moss, some potting soil. You can even just use straight potting soil. I like to mix it with a little bit of peat moss, just kind of helps with stretching your potting soil and such. So I'm just going to take my cells here that I have. I put them in my flat. And I do reuse things. The cells this year are new, but these flats I do reuse. So that is one tip. Save your flats, save your pots, because you can reuse them. And then we're just going to take this and fill these cells up. Today I'm going to try to get most of my seeds started. Definitely peppers. Peppers will be the first thing in case something happens and I have to quit before I'm done. So, peppers always take a little longer to germinate and get started. So I probably should have started them a couple weeks ago. But hopefully we'll still be okay. This year, and like many other years, I have ordered my seeds from Seed Savers Exchange, and I really like this company. I always have very good experience with them. I do the online order, and it's very easy to navigate, and I just like them. They're heirloom seeds, so if I ever decide I want to save seeds, which is something I probably should try to do, I can do that. Now, for those of you who do not know the difference between an heirloom and like a hybrid is where if you save the seeds from a hybrid, you cannot get the same tomato 100%. They have bred it out so that it's kind of like a patent on it, and you cannot use the seeds to get that same plant. Heirloom, you can save the seeds and you can have a true, we'll say, brandy wine tomato. So it's pretty neat. And some of the heirloom seeds that Seed Savers Exchange has go back years and years and years. Maybe they've been in families for a number of years, which I think is really cool. In their catalog, sometimes they give a little bit of history on the seeds. So that's always kind of interesting to sort of know where they've come from. Alright, this is, I don't know if you can see this, my cells are not completely full of dirt. So this is what I do. I just go ahead and plant, and then I just fill in the dirt and then call it quits. So we're going to start off this year for peppers. I have a couple different kinds. I have Garden Sunshine and then Sheep Nose Pimento. I think I'm saying that right. So we're going to just open these up, start planting. Now, one thing when you are planting your seeds, especially for me, I do quite a few. So I do these big flats. But when you are planting, you want to make sure you keep track of where you planted what kind of seeds. Otherwise, you'll be left wondering until they get more mature. And another little tip here is I have a pretty big garden, so I do plant a lot. I do start a lot of seeds, and I always like to start a few extra than what I think I'm actually going to plant. So if I'm planning on planting 12 peppers, I might try to start 15 seeds, maybe 18 seeds, because you tend to have some seeds certain years that just don't germinate right, or maybe things have come up and now they're looking a little sick. So I usually try to plant extras, and then when I go to transplant them into the garden, I will pick the best looking plants and plant those first. So how I'm going to do it this year, I've done marking different times, different ways. I'm going to use popsicle sticks for right now. You can get plastic little plant markers, and those work really well, but I wasn't sure where mine were, and just to get started I'm going to use a pen and popsicle stick. So I'll just write the name of it on here. The way I do my flats is I usually try to plant at least, these ones come in like six to a little block here. So I either plant all 12 in a row here, or I at least try to plant the 6. This time I did 18 of these. So I'm going to do a second marker. And if you don't use all of your seeds this year, save them. You can plant them next year, and it will save some money. Here, we're going to do these other peppers real quick. And I'm not real particular if I get more than one seed in a cell. I just figure either I'll trim it back when it grows, or one might not germinate and the other one will. So I don't get real bent out of shape. I'm not real precise, I guess. So the dog is letting us know that they're there. Alright, the peppers I'm all done with, and I still have 12 cells, so I'm just going to look real quick through my plants here. And why don't we try to fill it up with some lavender. I bought my seeds last fall, and when I did, they were having a very good sale. And so that's another little tip if you're trying to save some money. Maybe try to keep an eye on wherever you get your seeds, because at the end of the growing season, sometimes they go on sale. And so I ended up with having a super sale, and I was able to do a little bit of splurging, and it didn't hurt the bank account too much. fill it in with dirt. This soil is already moist, so I probably will not water this after I'm done because it's already kind of wet. When I first started starting my own seeds in the springs, I had these fancy little trays that would have plastic cover that would go over, and it was like this little greenhouse, and that's the effect that it was. It was a greenhouse effect, and those worked super good. But when you don't have those, you can still get that same effect by taking a piece of plastic wrap and, saran wrap, plastic wrap, and just laying it on the top, and that will help hold in the moisture, help with the germination. And then once you start seeing little shoots come up, you just take that plastic off because they don't need it anymore, and you could hurt them if you left it on. So that's a little easy tip, and there we go. There's our first flat planted. So I am going to go ahead and finish up here what I have, but I'm so glad that you joined me, and I hope that you're starting your garden. I hope you're planting your garden. Maybe you're not starting seeds, maybe you're going to buy from a local greenhouse, but get out and garden, even if it's just containers. It will do something good for you. It feels good to be able to go out and pick a tomato for supper, and I just love it. I think it's great therapy. I think it's great for kids, a good summer project and an extra little chore for them, to water the plants, to help in the garden. So I encourage you, just get out and garden. Even if it's something small, just do it. You won't regret it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We would be so happy if you would subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned. We have some more things planned for this spring that I think you will find very interesting. So hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.